Hi, my friends at YouTube. It's Anneke Van Buren. Well, it's 92 degrees here in north of Tampa today. It says it feels like 93. And I got to tell you, it feels more like 100. But I said in the winter when I was freezing that I wasn't going to complain when it got hot here in Florida. So, no more comments about hot weather. So, I'm making another summer drink for you today, and it's called the Scorpion. Yeah. And it's from Bonneville Cocktails. He's another top-notch bartender creator on YouTube, so I want to give credit where credit is due. So this is very similar to a Mai Tai. And we're going to start first. I don't know if I'm pronouncing this correctly, but it's orjeat. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the lemon juice because I've already got it pre-measured. It's 1/4 ounce of lemon juice, which I found out today is 15 milliliters or 1/4 of an ounce. And then, I'm going to need to get my little top thing here. It is tight. Hang on a minute. These things you don't expect when you get ready. My little nutcracker. There we go. That's all I needed. Let me shut that drawer. And this is also going to be 15 milliliters or actually, yeah, 1/4 of an ounce. No, I'm sorry. This is a 1/2 ounce. The last one, the lemon juice is 15 milliliters. The orjeat is 7.5 milliliters. So that's 1/4 of an ounce, and the lemon juice is 1/2 ounce. Is everybody confused now? I'm going to put the recipe in the description. So I'm just having a blonde moment here. What can I say? So this is one-quarter ounce. And so what I want to do is I want to squeeze in another 1/2 lemon to bring it up to 1/2 ounce. Did I practice this one today? What do you think? It's got a lot of ingredients, so you're going to want to read the description here. And then a 1/2 ounce of simple syrup. And you know, you could do, if you're a diabetic, you could use stevia. I'm going to do a 1/2 ounce. But it has an aftertaste. And I don't particularly like it in cocktails, so I figure if that's the only sugar I have for the day, I'm not really doing too bad. All right, then we want 3/4 of an ounce of orange juice, and that's in the fridge, so I'll be right back. And this is Indian River Select, 100% Valencia orange juice. So we're going to do 3/4 of an ounce. And I think I can find this on this side. I've got to measure it very, very carefully because it's a little more than 3/4 of an ounce. It's 25 milliliters, which comes out to 0.84 ounces. That was really 0.75. I don't think anybody will notice the difference. Okay, now we're bringing the big boys in. This says 3/4 of an ounce of cognac, and I'm using Courvoisier. I'm sorry for being a day late, but I was in Lauderdale yesterday, filmed on Tuesday, drove back yesterday, and even though it's supposed to be a 4-hour car trip, it never happens because on 75 the traffic backs up and there you sit and you add, it was 6 hours. Okay. OJ. We already have the OJ, we have the cognac. What's next? Dark rum. Or you can use a lighter rum if you want to, but this is what is recommended. Again, we're going to do 3/4 of an ounce. I'm using Myers, which I love as a floater on top of pina coladas. Mmm, delish. Okay, that's it. We're going to give that a good shake. Seen this just before, like a couple of years ago. All right, we don't want to dilute it too much. And in the freezer, I have a frozen rocks grass. So let's get that. If I had a videographer for all of this, you could follow me around. But I don't. So you're stuck with me. And we're going to strain it right in just like this. They tell you to use frozen rocks glass. Well, that's a rocks glass, and that's not quite full. You could use something a little smaller, but I'm going to leave this as it is today. So to this, they recommend that you use a little wedge of pineapple. Fresh pineapple, which I do not have. So I'm going to garnish it with just a little lemon wheel here. And a maraschino cherry. And I thought I had a fork here, but I do not. So anyway, I got off on a tangent. That's why I couldn't update yesterday. And I was there most of the week, so I didn't want to do it too early. And a little maraschino cherry. As short straw if you want, or just drink it straight. Ooh, that is delicious. You know what I would do though? I would throw some ice in. I like my drinks to stay nice and cold. Mmm. That is absolutely yummy. A scorpion. So, for those of you that don't like to read, I'm gonna give you the recipe again. Orjeat, which is an almond. No, there's no alcohol in this, and I don't know what the mixture is totally. Almond milk. I don't need glasses, but this is so tiny I could barely read it. 1/4 ounce lemon juice, 1/2 ounce. Simple syrup, 1/2 ounce. OJ, 3/4 of an ounce. Cognac, 3/4 of an ounce. Rum, 3/4 of an ounce, and you want to add that all over a shaker full of ice. You could use a professional bar shaker, whatever you wish. I don't do really well with those. You know, you put them inside, you're supposed to hit them on the side, and then you're supposed to pop apart. Not for me. I'm gonna have to work on that off camera, don't you think? Thankfully, I'm not a professional bartender, nor am I trying to be one. I'm just bringing you something that might be a little interested in your day for summer. So what am I wearing today? If I can walk backward here, I've got really, really high-heeled sandals on. And I don't know if you can see it or not. They're very, very thin. And they're red with a little glitter. And the dress is got a slit up the side. And here's the back. So, perfect for summer, don't you think? Well, I hope you've had a great week. Do you have any plans for the weekend? Me, I have a shoot again tomorrow. And then I'm hoping that this weekend I'm just going to relax here in the resort, do a little less, maybe go get in a jacuzzi. If I try and stay out of the sun as much as I can. And one of the good things that we have is we have these sunshades over our big pool. So when it gets this hot, honestly, that's where everybody is. They're underneath the sunshade with a cocktail in the pool. What a life here in Florida. So enjoy your weekend, whatever it is you decide to do. And I hope if you run into someone that you don't know or someone you do know, send a smile their way. Remember, it doesn't cost a thing to be kind. Namaste, my friends. Let me get my little device here and say bye for now.